Sergio Perez, a familiar name from last Formula One season, has hit the news again. Christian Horner's issued a stern warning. Perez needs to step up his game, or he might lose his seat next season. Perez himself says he aims high for the upcoming season, vowing to try his best for the championship. But let's face it, lofty claims haven't always panned out, as seen last season. The big question remains, can Perez really make it happen this time? Can he challenge Verstappen and secure his spot in the team? It's not news that Perez's future was in doubt over the last season. While his teammate Max Verstappen continued to break records, it seems Sergio Perez could not do well in the same car. Red Bull's team leader Christian Horner recently stated that Sergio Perez holds a significant position within the Red Bull racing team, but there are ongoing discussions and speculations about the potential of replacing Perez when his contract concludes by the end of 2024. During their 3-year partnership, Perez has been consistently overshadowed by his teammate Max Verstappen, who clinched 3 successive world championships. Verstappen secured victory in 19 races in the 2023 season, while Perez, driving what Horner labelled as the most successful car in history, only managed to win twice. As Perez's contract expiration in 2024 looms closer, Horner has frequently emphasized this point amidst swirling rumors of a probable return of Ricciardo to Red Bull Racing. The team faces crucial decisions regarding its lineup as the 2024 season progresses. Horner has expressed his backing for Perez, acknowledging his potential to secure a new contract. In an interview with Sky Sports F1's year-end review show, Horner highlighted Perez's capability to thrive under pressure, stating that the racing seat is currently Perez's to keep. He emphasized that the team hadn't predetermined anything for the 2025 season, emphasizing the need for Perez to perform at his peak throughout the 24 races next year to amass points and attain victories. Throughout the season, Horner has consistently supported Perez, even when Perez faced challenges and fell behind Verstappen in the driver's standings. Horner made it clear that he has high hopes for Perez in 2024, expecting him to win races whenever the opportunity arises. Horner emphasized that there are no fixed plans for the 2025 racing seat alongside Verstappen, whose contract extends until 2028. However, it remains crucial for Perez to give his best performance to maintain his position at Red Bull. During Sky F1's end-of-season review, Horner highlighted Perez's ability to excel when facing pressure, expressing that 2024 holds significant importance for Perez's tenure at Red Bull. Horner stated that the racing seat currently belongs to Perez, but it's essential for him to perform well. He stressed the absence of predetermined decisions for 2025 and emphasized the necessity for Perez to be at his best in all 24 races next year, collecting points and achieving victories. Horner mentioned the importance of Perez narrowing the performance gap between himself and Max Verstappen, especially if the competition gets tougher. He underlined Perez's understanding of this situation, acknowledging that Perez comprehends the need to deliver exceptional performances. This recent information follows an incredibly dominant Formula One season, where Perez managed to secure 2 victories, while Verstappen triumphed in 19 races. Red Bull's RB19 car displayed exceptional performance throughout the season, missing the top spot only once. Despite aiming to enhance their car's already impressive foundation, the team principal elaborated that their competitors possess greater potential for improvement. He pointed out that the stability of Formula One regulations provides more room for their rivals to grow and enhance their performance. Horner emphasized the competence of other teams within the chasing pack, citing examples such as McLaren's progress, Aston Martin's emergence at the season's start, occasional competitiveness from Mercedes, and Ferrari's capabilities. With Formula One regulations remaining stable and entering the 3rd year under these rules, Horner noted that they are reaching a plateau in development returns. He mentioned the concept of diminishing returns, explaining that while Red Bull's progress may slow down due to regulation stability, other teams still have room to evolve. Horner predicted that cars in the upcoming season might resemble RB19s due to a convergence in design philosophy, leading to a similar appearance on the track and a convergence of performance among the competing cars. Sergio Perez also aims high for the upcoming Formula One season, setting his sights on competing for the Drivers' Championship. Concerns arose regarding Perez's future with the team, especially with Daniel Ricciardo's return to the racing grid with Alpha Tauri, leading to speculations about Perez's position being at risk, since Verstappen is signed until at least the end of 2028. Despite encountering difficulties throughout the season, Perez accomplished his highest career standing, finishing the year in second place in the standings. However, winning the World Championship would require surpassing his teammate Verstappen, who statistically had an incredibly dominant season, one of the best in Formula One history. Acknowledging the substantial challenge ahead, the 33-year-old driver expressed his primary goal of clinching the top spot in next year's standings during discussions with media outlets. Perez emphasized his ambition to improve upon his second-place finish, stating, "That's the main target for me because I've already finished second. My main interest is to do the one better, and I'm aware of the challenge that it is. We've got to really take this winter time to try to start the season on a high and be able to maintain that level of consistency throughout the season." Even though Perez secured victories in 2 out of the initial 4 races, he encountered a winless streak for the rest of the year. His best results were limited to 3 second-place finishes and 2 third-place finishes, failing to achieve top positions consistently. Despite the scarcity of remarkable performances, especially when compared to Verstappen's remarkable 19 wins out of 22 races, Perez managed to secure the second position in the Drivers' Championship standings. This outcome highlighted his ability to consistently gather points throughout the season, despite the lack of victories. But judging by how Perez started his season, being on par with Max and being 2-on-2 with him, one couldn't help but wonder where things went wrong for him. Well, an ex-Red Bull driver seems to have the answer. A former Red Bull driver attempted to pinpoint the specific instance when Max Verstappen asserted his dominance over Sergio Perez during this year's racing season. Christian Klein, a former Red Bull F1 driver from 2005 to 2006, expressed his admiration for Max Verstappen's exceptional season, describing it as incredible. Klein praised Verstappen's remarkable consistency and exceptional performance, highlighting a particular instance in Monaco during qualifying, where Verstappen, despite not having the fastest car, showcased his skill. He pointed out that as the season progressed, other teams closed the gap, especially in qualifying sessions, but Verstappen consistently displayed his superiority and made a significant impact. However, Klein also noted the contrasting situation with Sergio Perez, emphasizing the Mexican driver's numerous mistakes and visible unease throughout the season. According to Klein, these issues were indicative of the immense pressure Perez placed on himself. Klein stressed the mental aspect of high-level sports, commending Verstappen's ability to handle pressure seamlessly, while suggesting that Perez struggled more in this aspect. He highlighted the start of the season when Perez might have had high expectations of matching or surpassing Verstappen's performance. Klein identified the Miami Grand Prix, the 5th race weekend of the season, as a crucial moment for Perez. He believed that Verstappen's overtaking move on Perez, who started from pole position while Verstappen began in 9th place, affected Perez mentally, making him realize the challenge of competing against Verstappen. Regarding Perez's future at Red Bull, especially as he nears the end of his current stint with the team, Klein advised Perez to acknowledge Verstappen's supremacy and focus on enjoying the races, aiming for podium finishes and race victories rather than directly competing with Verstappen. He suggested that Perez might have already started adopting the mindset during the latter part of the 2023 season. But let's not forget that throughout the previous season, Sergio Perez encountered several challenges, primarily associated with track limits. He often showcased good speed, yet faced setbacks due to exceeding track boundaries or unfortunate timing during qualifying sessions, resulting in a substantial drop down the grid. Consequently, Perez had to work hard to regain lost positions, a task that proved significantly arduous and intricate compared to the seemingly effortless races of his teammate Verstappen. Over their 3-season tenure as teammates, spanning 137 races, including sprints, Perez managed to outperform Verstappen on merit only once, during the Baku sprint in 2023. However, in most other races where Perez finished ahead of Max, his race performance was compromised in some way. Constantly facing such defeats takes a toll on a driver's morale. This mental pressure, similar to what other Red Bull teammates like Ricciardo, Gasly and Albon experienced due to Verstappen's dominance, affected Perez as well. Perez's struggle with form was apparent, and now he faces the need to deliver an exceptional performance in the upcoming season to secure his place on the 2025 grid. The observation is made that even before Verstappen's stellar performance in the 2021 World Drivers' Championship, Perez had been in Formula One for several years. However, until joining Red Bull Racing, he wasn't pursued by a top-tier team or considered a championship-level driver. Once in a winning car, Perez had the chance to demonstrate more, but the consensus seems to indicate a perceived underperformance considering the machinery at his disposal. This underwhelming performance doesn't come as a surprise to many observers. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments below.